This new BeamNG mod brings the second generation Toyota Prius to the game. It's the car everyone loved to hate, but is the Prius really that bad? Let's take it for a test drive to find out. So the second generation Prius, built between 2003 and 2009, has been brought to BeamNG with this mod. This actually works as a hybrid. I'll show you some of the hybrid features in the video, and it's the latest creation by Meowbah. They've given us the 1998 Honda Civic and the Ford Bronco mods. This is their biggest and most detailed mod to date. So the Prius is a hybrid, and we have a 1.5 litre straight 4 engine that produces 76 horsepower, but then underneath that, powering the front wheels, we have a 67 horsepower electric motor. In fact, the engine and the electric motor work together to power the front wheels, so we have about 110 horsepower. Now I know you're thinking those two numbers don't add up to 110, but as you can see from this little diagram here, the engine and the electric motor work together. They don't provide full power at the same time, and we've actually got a CVT gearbox underneath that drives the car. So, driving the Prius, well, it's a normal car to drive. You really can't tell this is a hybrid, except, oh, CVTs, they're not nice to drive, but what you can do is put it into sport mode, and we've got BeamNG's new CVT system. This actually pretends, the gearbox pretends to be a normal gearbox, shifting up and down rather than one gear. So look, third gear, fourth gear. I can't imagine it's very efficient in this mode, but it does make the car a bit more fun and engaging to drive. We also have a fully digital dashboard. If I just turn the engine off a second, then back on, there you go. Look, all these warning lights actually work, and when things break or fail, they will light up. So I'm going to pull over, and now we're going to run this car in EV mode. So up the top right, we've got a couple of controls. If I press the O key, the engine switches off, and now we're in battery power only. The electric motor is being used. Put my foot down. It's really slow, but it does work, and in real life you can get about 25 miles of electric only range from the motor. Now in the real life it would be a bit faster than this. This is a hybrid system that has been seen on a few other mods. I think I've checked some of them out in the past. Unfortunately, it is quite slow to start, but once you're up to speed, you can absolutely drive it like this. Now, can we get up this hill in battery only mode? It's meant to have quite a bit of torque, but we're slowing down. Oh no! Well, press O. Oh, that's not O. There you go. Oh, engine. Go. Go. Oh no! Come on! Start. Oh my goodness. Okay, I had to press it a few times there, but we're back on gasoline power as well. Okay, crash test into a Grand Marshal. 80 miles per hour. That's quite a high-speed impact. Okay, the lights have fallen away from the body. Some of the panels have fallen off. Yeah, it's okay, a little bit spiky, but not terrible for a real-world car mod. The mod comes with 20 free configs. You've got models from all around the world with different trim levels. Here's a selection of those configs. We've got a UK model, an EU model, and a Japanese model. The styling is pretty similar. There's subtle differences, and inside we've also got different trims, different like screens, and we've also got right-hand drive configs for the UK and Japanese market models. But I should just let you know this mod is paid. It's free US dollars on Gumroad, and I will be running a giveaway for this mod over the next couple of days after the video releases. There's information in the description and the pinned comment. This is the Touring model. It's the highest specification available in America. I really like these alloys, and there's some slightly different bumpers on it. So let's take it for a drive on the highway. Now this mod does require a couple of extra mods to work properly. There's a wheel mod that's included with the download on Gumroad. I think it's like CW something. And then you also need Maxi's Crown Victoria, and that mod is actually required by a lot of different BeamNG mods because of the light bars it adds, like the sirens and light bars for police cars, and they are used in this mod. I've left information about that in the description. Okay, we're on the highway now. Now this has slightly firmer suspension. I don't know if Touring is meant to be a sporty model or just a long distance cruiser, but 95 miles per hour on the highway, and it feels very stable. Let's put it into sport mode. There we go. Whoa, over rev risk. I don't know what just happened. The engine kind of went crazy there. Am I losing control? Oh, that was quite a big crash. While we're here, there are a couple of interactive things in the interior. The hazards and the engine power button can be interacted with. And then when you open a door, there's an interior light that comes on. And when you close the door, it goes off. And they've, you know, it's a new BeamNG lighting system, so it's really smooth and nice looking. Okay, onto the highway. Oh, it's slow. It's slow up to like 50, and then it's slightly quicker. Like the power and the speed increases at quite a stable rate from 0 to 100. It's weird. Yeah, there's 100. It's pretty stable. Whoa, feels okay. Front wheel drive, of course. Whoa, where did he come from? I did not see him at all. Oh, look at the lights. And look at the radiator. Is that the radiator? Wow, it's got a huge radiator. We've also got something called battery hold mode. And that basically disables the electric motor and the battery. So, is the car any slower? You know what I think it is? It doesn't feel as quick. That's weird. So I don't know really why you'd want to use that mode. Maybe if you wanted to use the electric motor later? What a weird thing, but... oh, it's way slower. Look, we're barely accelerating now at 60. The car does use quite a lot of the electric motor, so you wouldn't be getting as good fuel economy if you did use the battery hold mode. This is a Japanese market config called the Aero Elegance. I think it's the sportiest model on offer. No more power, but we've got tinted windows, a very sporty looking lip here, and a strange looking rear body kit, which kind of... well, it's exposed the exhaust. I don't like the look of that, but I like the tinted windows. It kind of makes this car look badass. But yeah, unfortunately, no more power. So, let's take it for a drive. Whoa, van. Okay, up the hill. Go. Whoa. I think the sport mode in CVT does make the car slightly quicker. Now, this car was not very popular among car enthusiasts. It still isn't, even though the Prius today looks a lot nicer than this one. I mean, Jeremy Clarkson had a big role to play. You know, he was constantly going on about how it was an awful car, but this car was made to be as fuel efficient as possible. And I think in that regard, it was a good car. Not a driver's car, not a car for someone who likes their internal combustion engines, but, whoa, it doesn't handle badly. It handles okay. It's a bit like a hatchback in the way it handles. It doesn't feel like a long car, which the Prius kind of is. Whoa! I mean, the car is a hatchback, but the body style is more similar to a sedan, really, isn't it? The mod has a bit of customization, so you can put Lexus badges on this Toyota to kind of fake flex to people how rich you are, but you're not really, you've really got a Toyota. And on the interior, we can have these ComTech dash cams, which are like Japanese dash cams, and a lot of cars in Japan are fitted with those. And the mod is fully supported by BeamNG's career mode. You can put your cargo boxes in the trunk. This is a Prius that needs to be driven straight to the scrapyard. It's the beta config. We've got mismatched panels, a lot of damage on the bodywork, and a very rusty, corroded roof. Look at that. Look at all the corrosion there. We've also got a very badly damaged engine. I think the head gasket is blown. The piston rings are damaged, and I can hear some rod knocking. Listen. Oh, it won't start. There you go. Yeah. How does a Toyota end up in this state? Now, driving it is really comical because the suspension has actually been weakened to make it really feel like a car that's been driven 800,000 miles, which is how far this car is meant to have been driven. So here we go. Watch the suspension. Look at that. It's so bouncy. We only have 43 horsepower left. I've got no idea if the electric motor is even working, but yeah. This is the worst Prius in the world. Going for a crash test into a lamppost. And there we go. Somebody take this thing to a scrapyard. The mod comes with a couple of taxi configs. We've got a Hong Kong taxi and a New York City taxi. Inside, we do have some equipment for the taxi configs. We've got this special radio, and in the Hong Kong car, we've got this little, I think it's an ID badge for a taxi driver with an anime on there, and also a no smoking sign. Maximum penalty 5,000 Hong Kong dollars. And we've also got free police car configs. We've got the Mole Security, not really a police car, but you know what I mean, and the New York Police Department, and the Niigata Prefecture Police. This is a Japanese police car. And look, they've actually replaced the badge with, I think, the emblem of the Japanese police. Here are the light bars from Maxi's Crown Victoria mod. You do need that mod for all these configs to work, but they're all modeled really nicely, and you can interchange them with all of the different light bars that are available in Maxi's mod. I especially love the one on the New York Police Department car. It's Just so iconic. We're at the racetrack preparing for a track test of the Prius. And this is a very special config of the Prius, the Paul Walker Tribute Prius, made by Hoovy's Garage. Now, they're a YouTube channel that actually modified a Prius with this livery, and I think the rear wing, can't really remember, but they also put nitrous under the hood. The engine had nitrous applied to it, and guess what happened? It blew up immediately.
And button. Whoa. Oh, Jesus!
So, unfortunately, the mod doesn't have nitrous. Maybe in the future it can, but, I mean, it'd probably blow up just like it did in real life. But, let's take this thing around the track. Okay, sport mode. Now, this car was inspired by Paul Walker's Supra, so let's see if it's got any sporting credentials at all. We've got slightly different tyres and wheels, which are a bit more grippy. Down to the first corner, 80 miles per hour. On the brakes, the car does have good brakes. Whoa! Very firm steering here. I think the tyres have done a lot to the handling of the car. We're not really gaining much speed. Whoa, you get a bit of oversteer, and then the ESC cuts in. So I'm going to turn the ESC off. Let's see what the car's like without stability control. Here we go. Oh, so much understeer. So much understeer. Right, here we go. Wow. It's not a sports car, is it? I have no idea what this is going to be like on the corkscrew corner, but first, we've got to see what the top speed is on the long straight. Now, you can delete the speed limiter, but I haven't. So, what is the top speed of a stock Toyota Prius? That's 105, 110. How many gears have we got? 6. Well, we haven't got gears. It's the fake gears of the CVT, but we're in 6th now. Let's just call it that. 118, 120. That's not bad. That is not bad. Brakes. Whoa, the brakes are pretty good. Okay. Wow. Very little grip. Considering this car is front-wheel drive, I really don't think that rear spoiler is doing much for traction. Okay, corkscrew corner test. We're going incredibly slowly here. And brake, turn. Cut the corner slightly. It handles really flat, I'll give it that, but it's not a race car. Still, it's fun to drive, and that was the second generation Toyota Prius Mod by Meowbah. I've left some info about this mod in the description. All the download links for all this mod and the required mods are down there. And remember, I've got a giveaway, the details of which are in the description and the pinned comment. So if you'd like to see another of Meowbah's mods, click the video on screen right now. It's the Ford Bronco. And I'll see you soon for some more simulator adventures.